Hi guys, welcome to Work With Me series. Oh, hang on, what am I doing here? Okay, now we're good. Okay, sorry guys. Alright, welcome to a Work With Me part of the series here at Tweak.Health. I'm Susanna and I'm going to take you through 20 minutes to a half an hour of a workout. Just a gentle one that's going to work on your posture muscles. And I'm doing out in my garden out here, so feel free to take your workout outside. It's such a nice day today here in Perth, WA, so enjoy. So what you might need today is a little bit of a stretchy band, okay? Pick a firmish resistance one, it will be more versatile. Otherwise, you can also use a Theratube, okay? So I'll probably be using more of this today, but you can also make do with the band. This one's just a Kmart number, okay? If you have any problems sourcing one, I can also get them for you off my Physios supplier. So we're going to start off with some stretches for your neck and upper back, okay? So I'll just get you to start off in sitting. So you can always sit cross-legged, or if you're not comfortable and you can't get quite into that position, you can always sit with one leg out if that's more comfortable, or you can always sit in your chair or sofa. So we're just going to start off with doing some side bends, just gently, just to warm up our trunk muscles. Three, four. Now we're going to add putting your arm down and doing a bit of a stretch over the head, and then the other side. It's a bit nice and stretched out. Try and reach as far as you can. If you feel good, you can actually lay down, pop your elbow down on the floor, and you can get a bit of a deeper stretch. So the idea is to try and keep your bum down and not let it pop up as well. I hope you guys can hear me clearly because this is outside. And it's my first time trying it outside, but it's such a nice day. I just didn't want to be indoors all day long. And I hope you guys, even though you're in isolation, are getting outdoors still, because it is still really important to get some fresh air. Change of scenery always makes you feel better. Okay, now we're going to do a bit of a rotation. So you're going to twist through it with the opposite hand bracing against your knee, and turn your head as well. Hold for a few seconds, and then the other side. Take some nice deep breaths in and out just to help you stretch that much further. One more time on each side. And the other side. Okay, now we're going to stretch out the front of our chest, which we all know is really tight. So you're going to pop your hands behind your back and kind of like brace your hands together. So I'm kind of grabbing my wrists and straightening them out if you can reach. Otherwise, just whatever you can reach if you're a bit of a stiff person. So I'm just going to squeeze my shoulders back like that, and then try and push your shoulders back and lift up a little bit more to get a bit more stretch through the front and in the front of your shoulder. And then the other side, so I'm just grabbing the other wrist and extend as far as you can. What I like to do with this one is I like to add a little bit of a stretch to side as well. Just gets my mid to upper back spine kind of just looser. So feel free to do a little bit of a bend. Then we're going to do the back of our triceps, back of our arms. So you just pop your arm behind your head, okay, and then just slight reach to the side as well, and you'll feel that all the way down triceps, also through your lats and armpit area, and the other side. Just breathe. So again, you can do this sitting either on the floor, you can even do it on the table, at the table, on the couch. It doesn't have to be on the floor. And then stretching the back of the shoulder here, put your thumbs down and pull across your chest. So what I'm doing is locking it in with the opposite arm, like an elephant trunk, and then push that shoulder down so that you're feeling that pull through that back of the shoulder. How's everyone going? Holding. Cool. Good to see some of you on the call with me. It'd be so lonely doing it on my own. So now doing it on this side, thumbs down and pull it across the chest, and hold. So if you don't have time to watch the whole video, you can always come back to it anytime on our YouTube channel. So just look up Tweak.Health. So this is part of our Work With Me series. I also have been doing a Roll With Me series, which is more of a mobility videos to using like foam roller and spiky ball to release those tight muscles. So the Work With Me series will be more about your posture muscles and the smaller muscles, activating the right muscles in your glutes, your core, your abdominals, that kind of thing as well, just to help sort of almost with your whole body really work out. But so that will be the Work With Me series, which will be more about strengthening exercises rather than just mobility. And we'll always start with a bit of stretches as well. Okay, I think we're ready to start. So we're going to actually do quite a bit on our tummy to start off with. So it's probably good to have a towel like rolled up or folded up. So you're going to rest at your forehead like this, okay? So I'll get you to come down onto your... one more thing. We're going to just quickly warm up through our back area here. So starting on all fours, in your hands and knees. And then just keeping your chest nice and wide, you're going to drop your chest forward with your arms straight and push backwards. So what we're doing here is moving the shoulder blade muscles, the muscles around your shoulder girdle, not your arms. So it's not a tricep chest workout. It's more of an upper back and middle back kind of workout through here. We're trying to mobilize these muscles that kind of hold your shoulder blade against your rib cage. So it's a chest coming in, chest push backwards, chest coming in, chest push backwards. And you're trying to keep your head nice and long. So this movement is essentially this. Kind of like, it can be a bit of a coordination one. So you're reaching forward, push back, push forward, push back. And then what you can also do is dropping your chest forward, your hips forward, and then backward. We're just going to do a few lower back mobility stretches as well. So just kind of easing down through that pelvis and then tuck your tailbone underneath and scoot back with your tummy here. So that we're just going to warm up the rest of your spine as well, because even though we're working on the upper back area, it's still connected to your lower back. So we want to make sure that's all moving quite well before we start. So you're trying to slowly get a little bit more movement each time you do the tilt. Okay? So now we're just going to do a quick upper back neck kind of stretch. So if you pop your hands really wide, like wider than you normally would do a push-up, and have your knees wide as well for support, we're going to do something like a push-up but not really. So you're going to bend your elbows and drop your chest and chin straight down to the floor as far as you can go. So that's almost like a really slow upper back and neck stretch. So you're going to look down, almost like you're trying to get your throat to come flat onto the floor. And you should feel that as a really deep extension stretch through that part of your neck, like the nape of your neck. So we're just going to do 2 more. If this hurts your shoulder, you can just back off and don't go so deep. But it's not meant to be a workout. This is more of a stretch. Okay, 1 more. So my weight's quite spread evenly between my shoulders and my knees. Now bring your hands back in, and we're just going to quickly stretch into a bit of rotation. So imagine you're almost trying to punch the floor like you're doing a wind up. Or what I like to call this exercise like a bow and an arrow stretch. So you're almost trying to pull back on a bow like this. And what you're trying to do is get as much rotation through your whole spine, through your mid and lower back, and also your arms. So I'm trying to get your back moving a little bit, because what I find with a lot of my patients is that people tend to use too much of their arms to do their workouts and not get enough mobility or movement or even muscle activation in the middle part of your back. And so these muscles over time get really glued up and lazy as well and weak. So we want to try and get as much movement as we can in here, which then helps us when we try and strengthen it. Okay, so I think we're ready now. Sorry, all that's a bit boring. So you get your towel and you're going to lay down on your mat and pop your head on your towel, your forehead on your towel. Hope you guys can see. Okay, so you're going to have your arms resting by your side, and we're just going to see if we can do what I call a back bracing stretch. So you're going to push your shoulder blades backwards, lifting the corners of your shoulder back and hold. So it's not like a jam backwards and squeeze around the nape of your neck. It's actually more of a diamond kind of angle where you're lifting to the point where your shoulder blades widen and almost lower and depress. So you're almost trying to get the pointy parts of your shoulder blade angled towards the middle part of your spine. And you're doing all of this without lifting your head up. I just want to make sure everyone's okay. If you guys have any questions, feel free to answer. Thanks, Robbie. Audio's good. Okay. Yeah. So what you're trying to do, I'm just quickly show you off the mat, is trying to lift your shoulders back like that and then hold. So you're trying to get this muscles here to work. So you're going from a slightly slouched position to like pushing it back like that. So it's not like this. So you don't want to kind of jam them back like that, but you want to kind of lift and lower. So if that makes sense, it's more of a angle to slide the shoulder blade this way rather than this way. Okay, so we're just going to keep going with this one. You should feel the middle of your middle back muscles work. So holding. And you should be quite relaxed in your neck as well. So that's where you want to keep that towel, your head contact on the towel, just to keep that nice and relaxed. So you're working on just that middle muscle activation. So you shouldn't be feeling this just in your arms. It should be in the middle of your back. Now, if that feels pretty easy, we're going to add the long levers of your arms. So you're going to take your shoulder blades back and hold. Now we're going to add your arm hover like this. So don't lift them too high like that. You're not taking a big jump, but we're going to hold around here along the line of your body. And that kind of, with your palms down, should encourage more of your middle muscles to work, your middle back muscles to work. So hold it there, and then everything should come back. So pivot shoulders back, hold. Turn your palms down and hold without letting your shoulder blade drop like that. So you want to keep that back. Don't let your shoulder blades collapse. And relax. So we're going to do another 8 more. Shoulder blades back, palms pivot, hold, and relax. And then again, shoulder blades back, hold, palms down, hold, and relax. I hope I'm counting right. I'm really bad at counting. Keep going. Shoulder blades back, hold, palms down, and relax. And again, shoulders back, hold, palms down, hover, not too high, hold, and relax. Good. Keep going. Got another 4 more, I think. Hold and relax. So keep going. If you've got any questions or you're not sure about your form, just type it in and I'll quickly read through and make sure everyone's doing it right. Okay. So we should be 2 more left. Shoulder blades back, hold, palms down. And last one here before we move on to our next one. Shoulder blades, take it back, hold, and then palms down. Nice long arms. If you are feeling this in your lower back as well, what you could do is just make sure you squeeze on your butt cheek muscles to support that lower back. Or if it's still sore, you could put a pillow underneath your hips, and that will just take the pressure off your back and hold it in a slightly rounded position so it doesn't cave in like that. So there are kind of some options that you can try if this is uncomfortable. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is putting your arms by your side. So it's kind of like almost like you're trying to do a push-up, but not really, right? You're resting your forearms down. And what we're going to do is just do the same thing, but it's a different feeling because of the angle of your arms. You're going to lift your shoulders back and hold again, and then lift and hover your arms. So this is where you want to make sure that chest doesn't drop back forward. You're going to try and use those middle back V muscles at the back to hold your shoulder girdles up and the weight of your arms as well now. Okay? And then relax. So again, shoulders go back and hold, and then slowly bring your arms slightly off the floor to hover and hold. So shoulders wide, hold, then palms up, hold. I think this is our 3rd rep. So this should definitely feel different to having your arms by your side. The weight of the arms are more at a different angle now. And you want to make sure that your muscles are not bunching up around your spine. You're trying to keep that middle part of your back nice and wide and open. So again, holding up. We're going to try and aim to do 10 of everything. give or take, because I'm bad at counting. But you try and do 10 at least if you can. Obviously, if you're not feeling it in the right spot or start fatiguing and something else is being triggered, then you should stop as well, or just have a break, rest, and come back to it. So again, chest goes back, arms go back. So again, I prefer to keep your head down as well so that your neck is not too engaged right now. Shoulders back, hover the arms. Three more, shoulders back, hold them down through the middle, and then forearms come off. Two more, shoulders back, keep them wide, add the armpits. Last one here, shoulders back, hold, and hover the arms. Okay, I just thought we'll add on a little bit of a neck kind of stabilizer muscle. So you're in this position now, and what we're going to do is slightly nod your chin in, and then slowly lift your neck and your head up to look straight down at the towel. So you don't want to be looking up where you're craning your neck, but you want to try and keep your neck, the back of your neck really long, and you're still looking downwards. Okay? So it's only a tiniest incline, keeping your chin tucked in, and then really growing tall from the nape of your neck. You can press down through your forearms and hands just to help you stabilize, and you should actually feel your abs working a bit too here to stabilize that lower back as well. So think of it as you're like a plane slowly taking off. So again, you're still working on using those shoulder blade muscles, pinning your shoulder blades back, and then trying to grow tall through the back of your neck, looking up or lifting your head up till you're looking directly forward at your towel. Okay, so I'll just quickly explain that a little bit more closer. So what I was trying to do was almost like slight chin nod. So rather than just lifting straight up and looking up at the same time, because that can make your neck really kinked up. So we're trying to keep this open because a lot of you tend to have a little bit more of like a dip here, or what I call like a dowager's hump. So what we're trying to do is keep your neck really long, and then you kind of pushing backwards into like an invisible wall with your neck and your head, maintaining a little bit of a chin tuck. Okay, so you should actually even feel muscles right up to this part of your spine and above, because the neck extensor muscles attach around here and they lift your neck up from that angle. That's how they can get it up. Thanks, Nat. This is what I need. Good. Keep going. Okay, so I hope you guys are continuing with the little neck extensors. Thanks, guys, for your encouragement, by the way. It really means a lot. Okay, so keeping your chin tucked in, pressing down through your arms, and then just lift as far as you can. And really just imagine someone's grabbing you by the back of your neck and holding you up there. You're pushing up into that angle, keeping the level of your gaze fairly low so you're not craning upwards like that. Okay, let's just do a couple more, and then I want to do a little bit of rotation type work in your middle back as well. You can add some breathing into it as well. So as you expand your chest and shoulders backwards and upwards, you can breathe out. Inhale to hold at the top, and then exhale to relax it all back down. So again, shoulders go backwards, press the back of your neck as far as you can, push as far back as you can. So just imagine your dowager's hump flattening out, if you like. As you do this, hold and then melt down. Let's do one more. Shoulders back, press through the back of your neck and keep looking up a little bit. Hold as you breathe, and then exhale, roll down. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is where we're going to add a rotational component to your upper back. So before, what we did was mostly just lift off like that, like a plane lifting off. So I think now what we'll do is we're going to lift and rotate a little bit that way. Okay, and we're going to do it with your thumbs up to try and get a little bit more of your back activating. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you, and then I'll sit up and explain some more. So you're going to put your arms by your side, thumbs up.
And then you're going to lift and keeping your head down for this one at first if you like, and then lower. So you're basically trying to lift your chest on one side as high as possible, kind of with a thumbs up, and rotate. And again, I want you to try and think about keeping your shoulder blades nice and wide and downwards, so you're not just letting them bunch up and shrug up into your ears. That's the spot where most people kind of stay when they're at the office, at the desk. So I want you to try and undo that and spread out your shoulders and keep them low. So I'm trying to explain. So what we're going to do is kind of like this. So you're trying to get your shoulder blades kind of rotating around that rib cage as far as possible. And yes, yes, I have given some of you exercises like these before, but this is a reminder and basically making you do it with me. Okay, so now if you want, you could actually add a head lift a little bit as well to make it a bit harder. But make sure you squeeze on your butt cheeks really tight and brace with your lower abs to look after your lower back. But you're going to lift up and twist like this. So straight away there's more weight going down through those back muscles and your abs. It's a lot harder to lift and rotate. So I think about my head and chest lifting at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock angles if you like. So this angle 2 o'clock, that angle 10 o'clock. So like the corners are lifting. I am not rolling, so you're trying to avoid your body rolling around, but you're trying to tip more. Tip up and slightly on a diagonal. Okay, so I think that's 3 on each side. Let's try and do 10 on each side. 4, 5, 6. How are you guys going? Are you dying? 7. I'm definitely feeling my back muscles. 8. Remember, this is getting a bit heavy and hard on your lower back. Just drop your head down, and just continue with your arms. 10. Last one here. And rest. Okay, so that's all the rotation stuff. Let me see. I think we've got some time, so I want to quickly get onto the band. So now what you're going to do is get your band or the tube, okay, and we're going to wrap it around your feet. So because my tube's really long, I'm going to wrap it around a few times. So we're going to start off with doing some bantam rows. So this is actually quite a good challenge if you've got very tight hamstrings. It's going to make you stretch. So you're going to try and sit up as tall as you can, and then on your sit bones, and then you're going to roll back. And again, using those muscles that we've just worked on, try and keep your shoulder blades down so they don't end up here, but drop them down and then pull as far back as you can. Really engaging with not just your arm muscles, but your mid-back muscles. So think about now, kind of almost, squeezing the same muscles we just worked on your belly, and push. Okay, so we're going to do 10 again. I think that was 4, 5, 6, 7. It's ab workout too, because you're basically trying to hold yourself up erect with your abs, right? 8, 9, and 10. And then you can do a straight arm version as well, which is a bit harder, so I like to give myself a bit of room. But you're going to keep your arms straight and then just kind of flat, fan them back like this. So pulling back. And I like to do it with my fingers straight, because that stops me from using my wrist. So we're using more of your lat muscles. So you're going to pull back. It's like a very odd row. Pull back. Pull back. Did anyone do rowing at school? Because I didn't. So this might look a bit retarded, but anyway, it's still working the right muscles, so who cares? So it goes back. You can actually lean back slightly, but make sure you're still using your upper back and your lat muscles, okay? Not just working on the lower back muscles and hanging off them. Oh, this is harder than I thought. Can you tell I practiced? Okay, do 3 more. This is why I need to do it with you, because otherwise I wouldn't do it probably. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. And now, if you put both hands together we're gonna then roll and twist. Roll and twist. Roll and twist. And definitely feeling my abs here too. And you want to feel your upper back working as well. I'm actually sweating. Is that a good thing? I don't know if you guys are, but if you do it with me, let me know if this was a sweaty workout or not. So you're trying to pull and rotate your chest. So again, we're working on those back muscles to pull and twist. Okay, let's do 2 on each side. 1, 2. And there. Okay, now I think we will also try doing this one where if you've got your handles, or you can just make loops with your band, you can always tie loops and pop them around your elbows like this on either side. And now you're going to kind of do this weird swimming movement. I'll actually spin around so you can see me better. So I'm kind of doing this. Up, around, down. So you can feel those same muscles that we just worked on the mat, but this takes it up like another notch because you're working along some resistance. So after working it got tiring. So you're kind of like pushing backwards constantly into the band to keep the tension on it and kind of doing that roll. So I think I've done 5. So now let's go the other way. So going down, up, up. 3, 4, 5. Okay. What else? Circles, twists. Okay. So then I thought we'll just finish off with doing some in standing. Oh, okay. So if I stand, this is not gonna fit into it. Oh. All right. I'll just sit here. So what you're gonna do is hang on to the band, loop it around, and you're gonna start at the top here. Maybe that's a bit too far. Hang on. We'll do it here. Okay. So you can stand. Okay, if it's more comfortable. And you're gonna pull down behind your back and pull in front like that. So back and forward. So every time you pull, you're expanding through the chest and arms, bracing through your back, and then forward. So if this is too sore, or you're somehow getting some shoulder pain doing this, just stick to the ones in front of your body. Don't work on the ones behind your body. That's a lot harder, okay? So a lot more of extreme range of movement for your shoulders, but for me it feels quite nice, so I'm gonna keep going. So I'll just show you from the back what I'm doing. There. There. Yeah. Cool. Alright, and then you could also do like these standing rows. So you stand on your band. Oh, because my band's really long, I'm just gonna loop it around a bit more. Okay. And you can actually do the same stuff that we did before in long sitting with your legs out. You can do it in standing if that one wasn't a very comfortable position for you. You can, you can actually pull that way. Okay, so making sure that you brace with your back and then rowing that way. And it looks like I have a delivery. Probably the foam rollers that everyone's been asking about. You can also do this with your arms straight. So just quickly show you with the arms straight, like that. And this band is really hard, okay? It's not that I'm weak, but I can't get it any higher. 2, 3, 4. And keeping the shoulders as far back as you can. Hi, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yay, thank you.
Okay, ta.
Have a good day. See ya. Okay, so yeah, once you've done your 10 of these ones, we'll do the last one. And I think my arms and back are cooked. Okay, so the last one, you're going to put your arms like this, and if you've got your band in front of you, oh, can't get any further. Okay, we'll just pretend I'm standing. But you're going to basically pull like this and lift your chest up. Might actually do it like that. There you go, that's better. So you're going to roll and lift like that. row and lift, like that. So when you do it this way, you're basically working on these upper trap muscles, which work on holding your posture up square. So just kind of, you can actually do it in the same kneeling position as I am if your knees are okay. I mean, they will work your glutes quite hard. It will work your butt and your abs. So I'll show you what it looks like from the side. Okay, so you're clenching your butt, push it forward, and then lift and expand through the shoulders. Really try and use the same muscles that we just worked on your tummy. And sitting, try and keep your elbows up nice and high and really expand your chest. Whew. 5 more, because it's our last one. Can do extras, right? 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Hey, you're done. Okay, so if you didn't get to watch the end of this, feel free to jump back on later. I think the live video will be available for 24 hours, so you can come back here to Facebook, Instagram, or you can actually access any of the videos that I've posted so far on YouTube. Look up Tweak.Health and enjoy. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great one.